In today's game, we have...
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Let's go.
Now Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard him over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. This offensive unit today, they're going to need Dez.
A full combo plate. Size, speed, toughness, not to mention incredible aggressiveness going and getting the football.
Let's go.
On 2nd and 10, Romo. And Bryant's got it over the middle. Big game for Dez against the Steelers. A touchdown, 116 yards. And Jason Garrett presented a very emotional Dez Bryant with a game ball afterwards because his father passed away the day before.
And that's the type of story that hits all of us, because when you're talking about losing a parent, I mean, there's just nothing worse in your mind that you have to go through. And Dez did that, played the game. You know he played it in his honor and played it awfully well. A big touchdown catch from Dak Prescott. Dez Bryant is a big key to their passing game as they progress towards the playoffs.
And here we go on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Alfred Morris taking it in. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Bobby Rainey now to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. You know, last week, Charles, I asked you about this Dallas defense. What do you make of an 8-1? So much hype about the offense. Let's turn it defensive.
And they're a defense that really doesn't care about who gets the credit. And I know that's one of those great cliches. But they don't have that superstar that everyone just latches onto, except maybe Sean Lee, their linebacker, who I think is a marvelous player all over the field when he's out there. But also, in this game, as a return to the Pittsburgh area where he grew up and grew up a Steelers fan, it had to be very sweet for him to take away a victory.
Exactly. Get to 8-1. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Here we go now with a look at the offensive starters for the New York Football Giants.
And Rashad Jennings, a running back, 7th-round pick when he came out. People tended to overlook him a little bit. But the last half of 2015, when he got the ball full-time, he showed his wares. Over 800 yards, he definitely has a 1,000-yard season in his future.
Throwing on 1st down is Manning. Out on the right, this is Cruz. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. 2nd and just 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders, is exactly what happened on that play.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham from 4 yards out. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Here comes the 11 on offense back onto the field for Dallas. And Ezekiel Elliott effusively praised his O-line after their Week 10 win, said, bottom line, I'm running behind the best O-line in the league.
And he's right. And they invested in this offensive line. Travis Frederick, the center, was a Pro Bowl guy, first-round pick. Tyron Smith, left tackle, first-round pick. Zach Martin, right guard, first-round pick. No accident, they're all Pro Bowlers and all pro players. But at left guard, Ronald Leary is playing awfully well, filling in for Lyle Collins, who many thought would be a first-round pick, and Doug Free is steady Eddie at right tackle. This unit is terrific, and when we talk about MVPs, these guys won't win it, but we should mention them.
And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Well, if you didn't know Ezekiel Elliott when he was at Ohio State, you know him by now in Week 10 of the NFL.
And not only do you know him, you have to talk about him being a potential MVP. And I know that sounds crazy, a rookie running back. But, boy, the way he has played and the numbers he's putting up, in addition to expanding his game, he had 2 catches in the last one for 95 yards, a touchdown, one of them being 83 yards on the touchdown catch. He's doing everything for them, carrying the load. I think he sets the tone in a big way for the Dallas offense.
2 more on the ground against the Steelers in the end zone, including the game winner. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They do go for it. It's Manning escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Terrence Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.